Okay, so here's where we're gonna start. I am just using this nice elasticy yarn from Loops and Threads. It's a medium weight, size 4, and that just refers to how thick the yarn is. I'm also going to be using a 5mm hook. It's an H hook. It's just a tiny bit bigger, so it'll help grab the yarn a little bit better. And you'll find out that you have your own preferences on size and what kind of yarn you're using. So the first thing we want to do is make a slip knot. So how I do a slip knot, how it's easiest is to lay your thread down, flip this over so you've got a circle. You want this piece to be on top. And then you're just going to grab it right here, put your fingers through, and pull this string. That's going to make a nice knot for you, a nice slip knot. Okay, so now you have one loop. Now what you're going to do is wrap your yarn around your index finger. I like to hold the tail between my thumb and my middle finger. And then you're going to yarn over. So you always want to go under the thread like this. Pull through. Now we have one chain, 2 chains, 3 chains, 4 chains. Try to keep an even tension on your yarn. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now we have our little chain. There's 10 stitches here. So this would be the bottom of whatever I'm working on. So what I'm gonna do is flip it over, and these little random pieces right here, these little guys in the middle, that's what I'm gonna work through so that the bottom of my work stays nice and straight. But you'll notice we did 10. I'm gonna add an extra chain. So we're gonna do 11, and then we're gonna come through and we're gonna skip this chain that's closest to the hook. This will just make it so we have a nice straight line while we're working. And we're gonna work through, not the one closest to the hook, the next one. So that would be your 10th chain. You're gonna stick it through there, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over again, pull through those 2 loops. That's a single crochet. So we're gonna do that all the way to the end of our chain here so that we have a row completed. So when we're done with this, we should have 10 single crochets. Now, as you can see, I'm working through not this side, but the middles right here. This little lump right here in the middle. Try to keep an even tension the whole time that you're doing it. That way your work doesn't get too tight or too loose and it looks even throughout the whole project. And you'll get used to it as you go on. You'll figure out what your tension is and what feels best for you, especially with the different types of yarn that you're using. So now we have 10 nice single crochets. But now it's a little bit easier because we don't have this bottom row to work with, our very beginner row. So what we're gonna do again at the end is chain 1, because that's gonna give us our nice straight edge. We're gonna turn our work over. So we went from here, just flip that over. And now we can crochet through these guys right here on top through our normal single crochets. I start in the same stitch that has my chain in it because it doesn't leave gaps if you do it that way. So 1 right here, and you're gonna go through both loops. And this is just a basic single crochet. Here's another trick I like to do. When I pull it over, I like to pull it up so that my loops are about the same height on the hook. It just makes your stitches really even, makes your work look really nice. So we're just going to keep going until we have 10 of those. Oops, I got caught on my yarn here. Hold on. This is just part of crocheting. You'll get caught on pieces of yarn that you don't want to get caught on. You just pull it out, regroup, and keep going. So make sure that you have 10, or however many is in your row. So now you can see we have a straight edge that we're working with right here. If we didn't chain, we wouldn't have a straight edge on both sides. So that's going to make it nice and straight and easy to work with. That is your basic single crochet. That's it, not complicated at all.